In Onshape, mate connectors are extremely powerful and have a lot of uses in part studios, not just assemblies. In this video, we will take a look at a couple ways of using mate connectors in the Extrude tool. In a previous video, I discussed how we could use mate connectors for defining sketch planes. Let's start off by using a mate connector. For that, I'm going to start a new sketch, and I don't have a plane where I want to create my sketch, and I want my sketch to be parametrically based off of this spherical surface. So I will click on the mate connector command, and then I will select on this cylindrical surface. And so there you see a preview of the mate connector, but it's not exactly where I want it to be. So I'm going to click on the other symbol that looks like a mate connector in order to modify it. And the first thing that I'm going to do is realign this. And I want the primary axis entity, in other words, what corresponds to the blue arrow, to be based off of, let's use the plane called front. And so there you can see a preview of it. For the secondary axis entity, let me use right. Is right good? Yes, right is good for that one. I wanted it to keep the current orientation. And so I want the sketch plane to always be a certain distance from that spherical surface. That's why I'm creating one here instead of just creating a datum plane off of the front plane. But anyhow, let's make this a distance of 40 offset. That is good. That's where I want my sketch plane to be. Let's close the mate connector dialog box, and let me hold down the right mouse button so I can view normal to the sketch. And then let's create our sketch. I'm going to change from a corner rectangle to a center point rectangle. And let it snap right into my mate connector. And let's drag it out about so big. Let's change this dimension to 40. And let's change this other dimension to 30. And now my sketch is fully constrained. I will hit the check mark. And now we can extrude this. Let me click on the extrude tool. I will pick my sketch. Let's flip the direction. And I do want this to create a brand new part. I'm going to change the depth to up to face, and I will pick that spherical face. It automatically switched to adding material, but again, I want to create a brand new part here. So I will do that. Maybe I need to put in a little bit of offset. I want to make sure that we have a little bit of clearance. Let me put in 0.5 millimeter of clearance. And so now I can hit the check mark. So now I've got a brand new part created using a sketch plane based off of a mate connector. But again, the point of this video is to show you how you can use mate connectors in the Extrude tool itself. I just needed to create some geometry, and it was a great way of reviewing how we can use mate connectors for defining sketch planes. Let me create another sketch on this surface of the part. I'm going to change back to doing a corner rectangle, and I want it to snap right into this corner and then this line. And I want the width of this to be 12. Hit the enter key. So now I've got my sketch created. Let's hit the check mark. And then I'm going to extrude this. Let me select it as the thing that I want to extrude. And so now I want the depth to go up to around where this edge is. So if I want to, I can change the depth option to up to face, but the problem is it's not getting what I want in here. So instead, here we have the select mate connector icon. So you can use mate connectors within the extrude tool to define the depth. You have this for both up to face and also up to vertex. You'll notice that we have a mate connector icon here. But let me change this back to up to face, and I'm going to define my face. Oops, let me click on the mate connector icon. I'm going to locate my mate connector right here. And so now you can see a preview of it going right to that make connector. I actually want it a little distance further off of that make connector. So once again, I can click on the other little make connector symbol, and I'm going to move this, and let's move it in Z. I'm going to do it -6, hit the enter key. And so the make connector shifted and the extrude preview shifted as well. And so again, if this part, if this extrude, or actually this revolve ever changes, then my extrude is going to update automatically. So that's good. Let me hit the check mark, or excuse me, the X to close out of the dialog box for modifying the make connector. Let me hit the check mark in order to complete this extrude. Now I'm going to create one more extrude. I need to put some legs here that will connect at an angle to something else. Let's create a sketch, and I will sketch on this surface, and I will create a corner rectangle, and I'll create it about yay big, and let's change the dimensions. I want 12 and 12. I could use an equal constraint, but I'll just do 12 and 12. And so this is good. Let me pan everything over. I will hit the check mark, and now I will create my next extrude, and I will select that face, and let's drag this out a nice big distance. Let me plug in a value of 100. But the thing is, I want this to be at an angle. I don't want this to be normal to the sketch plane. Well, here in the extrude tool, we can define the direction. So I'm going to check the box for direction, and I don't have something to define my extrude direction, but hey, once again, to the right of the collector for defining an extrude direction, we can create a make connector on the fly. So let me do that. I will click on the make connector button, and I'll snap it right into that vertex on the surface. And we're getting red. It doesn't quite like this. I need to do some modifications. Let me click on the little make connector symbol. I'm going to realign this. And for the primary axis, I'm going to use this face. And for the secondary one, I will use this face. And now I can add in, what do I want to do? I want to rotate this. So let's see, do I want to rotate about the green axis, which is Y? Let's plug in rotate about Y. And let me see, do I want to rotate it 15 degrees? Maybe a little bit more. Let's go 22.5. And so let me pan everything over so you can see what exactly I am doing. So I am using a make connector in order to define the direction for my extrude. Let me close this and then close this. And so there you see it. We were able to use a make connector to define a sketch plane based off of geometry. And then within the extrude tool, I was able to use make connectors to define both the depth of an extrude and also the direction of an extrude. Make connectors, very powerful. You definitely want to become familiar with using them in Part Studios.